Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Episode 145, Card Time with Texas Card Dude. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you had a better weekend than I did. Actually, I can't really say that. I had a pretty good weekend. The card show. Yeah, the card show. Let's just say I don't think it was a colossal waste of time because I learned a bunch of stuff, but the card show didn't go off the way that it was supposed to. And I don't, there's a lot of, there could be a lot of blame going around. So I didn't sell much. We barely covered the hotel room. Let's just say that. We knew we were in trouble 30 minutes into the card show when maybe 2 people, 3 people had walked by the booth. So that's when you know that you're in trouble. And I don't know, I've asked a couple of people whose responsibility is it to promote the card show within the region. And a lot of people say it's the promoter's responsibility. And then I've had a couple people say it was the vendor's responsibility. I believe it's a little bit of both. But I did promote. I promoted pretty heavily, at least for me. Ran that Facebook ad, ran it across the state. Maybe could have ran it specifically in Longview or in the Longview area, but I ran that ad for about 19 days. So maybe I need to condense it more into the week of. I don't know. But I maybe had, morning, Tom. I maybe had 50 in between. I'd say more like 30 people, including vendors, come across my table the entire show. And that's being generous at 30. That's being very, very generous at 30. Foot traffic was not great. I texted a picture to John Newman and to Tom around 1:00, and it was a panoramic, and there wasn't a single person in sight during that picture. And 1:00, it was literally right before Billy Sims was supposed to sign autographs, and they had only sold one autograph for Billy Sims before noon, and I think they sold a total of 5 for the entire event. So foot traffic was nothing. What I did learn is that there not been a card show in Longview for 10 years. Yo, what's up, Ken? And that was the first card show for 10 years. And there was no priming of the area. So it wasn't a colossal waste of time. I got to spend time with Kim in a weekend away at a outside the house. Got to talk about baseball cards, but we did learn, or I did learn some lessons. Double check the inventory counts, because we checked the inventory count before we left and when we got back, and there was some miscounting. We counted short going in, so somehow we gained cards when we came back, and I didn't buy cards. So double check your inventory counts. Player autograph. We had a lot of people come. A lot of people. We've had probably 4 guys come up to the table and ask if we had Billy Sims autograph stuff. Connect with the other vendors. I was so pissed is a strong word. I was pretty upset. I was so upset. I pretty much just pouted at the table the entire time. I can't say the entire time. I did go visit Jerry. I did go visit JR, but I didn't walk around the show and use it as connection and shaking hands time, because I was pretty upset and disappointed. So don't let your emotions rule you while you're there. Setup and teardown was no problem whatsoever. We had no problems whatsoever with setup and teardown. Setup took like an hour and a half. And that's because it's the first time we ever done it. Teardown, 30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. We needed to order food earlier. We ordered food around 12:30, and it didn't show up till like 1:30. So we need to, for me, order food earlier so that I can eat earlier. Eat breakfast. Eat a good breakfast. That's very important. It's very, very important to eat breakfast. Stay overnight the night before. Not necessarily the night of, but the night before. Pack a lunch. I can't pack a lunch, especially if you're staying overnight. There's not a lot of food that I can pack and take. Packing a lunch is a good idea, but there's not a lot of just food that I can just pack, and that's because of my diet. I'm a gluten-free diet, on a gluten-free diet, not by choice. So I can't have your normal breads. I can't have your normal wheats. I can't have like the normal Lunchables. I can't have the normal packables. For me, it would be fruit. It would be beef jerky. It would have to be snack type foods. And because breakfast is always, it wouldn't be enough, Tom. I would be eating all day. Lunch is a very, very heavy meal for me. Breakfast is a good meal, but I eat so small a meals now. I don't eat enough to sustain me for more than 3 hours. So about that third hour, we ate breakfast at 6. Again at 8 o'clock or at noon. I was starving. So the food situation is probably something we need to work out during that time. But we did order Uber Eats. We did get it. It was later than I would like for it to have come. We did stay the night before. I didn't sleep great, and I think a lot of that was nerves. But you live and learn. Local players was something that we got asked for that I didn't have, and I didn't have Cowboy cards. I had Texas Ranger cards, and that's a lesson learned, to have Dallas Cowboy cards, because it's baseball season and football season just ramping up. Now I had a lot of football cards, but I didn't have specifically Dallas Cowboy cards. The Dax didn't go. I did trade the CD Lamb away, which was interesting. I did trade the CD Lamb away. I traded it for a Trey Lance card, but I needed to focus a little bit more on football. So, or on Dallas Cowboy cards, and older Dallas Cowboy cards are what a lot of people were looking for. I say a lot, not a lot. I kept getting, I got a couple of questions asking for older Cowboy cards. The giveaway that I'd planned, and I'd planned on doing 2 giveaways. People sign up, and I was going to give away a Contenders blaster and a draft picks blaster prism. Nobody signed up. Now that may have been due to the fact of the foot traffic being there, but nobody signed up for the giveaways. So no more giveaways. And then regional players from the area, nobody ever, a couple of people asked for regional players in the area. I did get 3 prospects for people looking for stuff that I got their phone numbers for. So that's nice. But for the most part, I didn't feel we learned a lot, so it wasn't a colossal waste. My biggest disappointment is that the eBay engine was basically shut down for a week, and now the nice part about it is I already have priced inventory, so kicking the eBay engine in the rear end and getting it moving is going. And then I've got all that wax that I can put online as well and change the supplies. So there's some positives there to do a lot of activity very quickly to get things up and running. So some lessons learned. I still don't know. I did learn that you can turn the eBay engine off, but I still don't know the separation between what's going to be in the eBay engine and inventory and all that entails. You can't really have 2 separate inventories. So that's still a dichotomy that I have to decide moving forward. That was it. The road, we drove back yesterday, or drove back Saturday night. We got home around, I would say we got home around 5-ish, 6-ish, and then pretty much hung out at the house all day yesterday. We did go grocery shopping, so that was nice. But we didn't do much yesterday. We planned on going to church. We slept in. Our Bible study got canceled last night. So we didn't really do anything other than go to the grocery store, which is nice because I needed the time to kind of recharge so that I could hit eBay pretty strong this week. I didn't pay a lot of attention to what has happened in the hobby and actually slept in this morning. I've only been up for like, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe. So I got my coffee in me. I need to get some breakfast in me. And then start pounding on the eBay. I did get one card in this weekend, or this weekend that I'll go ahead and show. This came in. Pretty sweet card. And then last night I bought for prospecting. Some Texas Rangers. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Ken. You know, yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is a pretty sweet card. And then I bought, this is the Texas Rangers. It's not the Texas Rangers' number one prospect according to Baseball America, but he's pretty high up there and hitting pretty well. I bought Josh Young, Sam Huff. I bought the top 5. I didn't buy a lot. I bought maybe 3 to 4 each last night. Very inexpensive on sport lots to have those cards for marinating or putting out there or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. I put them out there for marinating just so I'd have some. I still think, good morning. Good morning. Hey, JP. JP was on the show. JP, if you want to come on and talk about the show, you can jump on and we can banter about the show. I'll drop the link in. I bought those last night. I still think having prospect cards or having Texas Ranger cards are important, just because local. Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. Ignore the link. Or if anybody wants to jump on, they can jump on, because I mean that's what I wanted to talk about today was the show. I wanted to have some prospect cards. I need to do some Dallas Cowboy cards for the show. I did have somebody ask me for. He's doing a project on signed Dallas Cowboy quarterback cards, and he's got a couple of players that he's looking for. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, that's one of the guys that I had some people asking for some Bobby Witt Jr. cards, which was nice, and then Messier's new card. They had asked about that, so there's three or four projects or cards that I got to go find that I need to be looking for. But when we got back, we could actually take the eBay or the cards that we actually had assigned and got those and said, okay, well, these are the cards that we had. Let's do them before and let's do them after. So I'm going to show this card that one of the cards that I picked up, which is really cool. Yeah, I think that one guy was going around asking for Bobby Witt Jr. I looked for his cards last night. They're not super inexpensive. I did trade for this Trevor Lawrence. Can't get it. And then there's a green, Spectrum green as well that I traded for. That I didn't. I traded. I didn't have a lot. I don't have a lot of Trevor Lawrence cards, so that's why traded the CeeDee Lamb for it. The CeeDee Lamb green. Nobody had asked for the CeeDee Lamb green card in 6 months since I've had it, so I figured it was a good trade. 2 for 1. Money was about even, so I thought it would be easy to kind of to trade, but nobody, yeah, it's tough to when the show's not that really successful. it's tough to judge the market. I did get an email from the promoter last night. I'm sure you did too, JP. It was blaming the market, not lack of effort in promotion. So I was very disappointed that you know that was. I'm not going to do. I'm probably not going to do Longview again. I'm going, or not Longview. I'm probably not going to do Texarkana again. Longview is coming up next month. Prepping for it is just the cards that come in. I've got some buying that I need to do. Like Cowboys. Yeah, traffic was real rough. I've got some buying to do of some cards that I needed, some autograph stuff that I needed, and then by the time that the Longview show comes around, I'll have 20 autographs to put out. Autographs of Texas Rangers, of Dallas Cowboys. I should have about 20 autographs to put out, which is going to be interesting because I have a smaller table and smaller area. So we'll see how that goes. I got 3 tables this last show. I'm only going to do 2. However, there's not going to be a lot of marketing information out there. I went big on marketing, and no reason to. Absolutely no reason to. Or at least no reason to for that show. So a lot of lessons learned. I was still upset yesterday. I'm not as upset this morning, but I was pretty raw. And we had talked about the show not going well, but I would have never expected or suspected something that weak. Yeah, Tom, I was thinking more to 50 to 75. And even maybe less than that come through. Your booth was busier than mine. It could be just the type of stuff that you had versus the type of stuff that I had. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, but you live and learn, and you take your lumps and you move on, and that's what I'm doing. I'm taking my lumps, letting it go, trying to, but I got a ton of work to do. So there's no time for sulking. There's no time for I don't have time for milking my spoiled milk. It's roll your sleeves up. It's get your hands dirty and get to work time. I've got the show. Got to eat breakfast. Take my meds for the day, and then banging on cards away. So that's what's got to be done. Yeah, cut losses, move on. That's all we can do. That's absolutely all we can do. I know Tom did better in Longview or in Austin, but we'll see what Longview presents. Content. Let's see. Let's go through. Actually, on eBay, I did have a couple of sales yesterday. No unopened, graded I want to take a look at this card under the microscope. Tequila helps, boy. I did not do that, but I did sleep a lot over the past 24 hours. I want to look at the green Trey Lance. Never had any tequila. The Trey Lance green I want to look at, and then decide. There was a couple of other cards that I found that need to take a look at, and I need to get Jason to take a look at them. I'm probably 7 cards in on doing an order to SGC, but from what and those are sitting right there. From what I know, you only want 10s coming out of SGC. Otherwise, you've got problems getting your value out of it. So I want to make sure that happens. And then I pulled 2 more Frank Thomas cards, and then this is the stack that has to go on today. So this is about 50 football cards that have to go online today. And then I've got 3 Jordans that are online, but I need to make sure that the price is right. Before we left, I redid goals. I'll tell you some of the goals. Pounding on eBay, I want to do about 500 cards online between now and the end of the month. Kim's got a birthday coming up. We are going to do a YouTube show. I say that, but that pretty much just did the YouTube show for that night. Unless I can convince Mark Hoyle to come online and come on live and do a YouTube show at night. Otherwise, we won't do one this month. Stickers. I need to do some stickers. I want to get some stickers, but I may push those off to September because of the lack of production at the show. I do have, the Dallas Card Show is at the end of the month. I will be there on the 26th and 27th. Excuse me, which is the Thursday, Friday, but I will not be there Saturday, Sunday. So if you're going to be at the Dallas Card Show on Thursday and Friday, I will be there. Otherwise, I'm not going to be there. And then one of the lessons learned was Square. I need to be able to take credit card payments. I actually had somebody ask if I could take a credit card, and we ended up fumbling through PayPal to get it done, but I need to be able to take credit card payments there. So signing up for Square is a deal that I've got to get taken care of this weekend. This weekend is Hobby Hotline with Val, Jim, Beckett, and Logan, which that'll be a cool one. That'll be a cool one to watch. Consignment. I've got a whole bunch of cards right there that I need to go through this very, very quickly. Start going through. TTM, I've got a small stack to get out. The Lee Smith I did not get out. So there's, like I said, there's a ton of work that has to be done here within the next 1, 2, 5, 10, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17 days before the new month. And it's just rolling your sleeves up, get your hands dirty. So I'm excited about, if there's one thing to look forward to, I'm excited about all the work that needs to be done to help develop the business. That's the fun part. And then at the end of the month, we should get back to the Beckett subs, or start getting back to Beckett submissions for accuracy. And then whatever TTMs we get back. So there's some excitement coming in in play. There's some fun stuff to be had, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Again, this is a sprint, this is a marathon, not a sprint. This is a long term. This is a long term marathon. And Rome wasn't built in a day, and this is going to be an empire. I'll give you a reason why I say empire. My 3-year goals, and we haven't talked about a 3-year goal, but let's talk about my 3-year goals for a couple minutes before we wind down. Some of my 3-year goals, I want to do a card show myself at some point. I want to promote and hold a card show myself. I want to hold an autograph session myself. So I want to do that. I want to have 2 employees and 1 mentee. And I want to, on the regular, donate to the United Way and the kids baseball youth program. So those are some of the long-term 3-year goals that I have. In order to do that, there's a lot of work that has to be done. Oh, and then I forgot, I want to have an overseas branded supply chain. So there's a lot of work that has to be done to get to that point. There's a lot of big vision in there, but there's a lot of work to be done to get to that point. So that's what I've got for today. A lot of lessons learned, a lot of licking of wounds, and then a lot of kicking yourself in the butt and get moving. I'm not sulking. I'm going to eat some breakfast, read my Bible, take my scripts, and then bang on eBay. I'm going to put some wax on I think on my slabs as well, but we'll see. We'll see how far we get on this on today's episode of But You Can Do It. I know I can. That's why it's all good. It is all good. It is all good. So that's what we got. If you have any prayer requests, let me know. I'll pray you up. Did pray this morning. So if you have any prayer requests, let me know. I'll pray you up. Support your local LCSs. Support your local card shows. And be kind to everybody, man. Be kind, because a hobby is a hobby, and we're all supposed to have fun. If you're not having fun, then get out or change into something that is fun. That's all I got. I hope you all have had a fantastic weekend. And oh my gosh, I will be praying up. Mr. Carl, I appreciate you. You should be getting those fairly quickly. And I need to go through that. Thanks for reminding me. Need to go through the eBay auctions. Yeah, as soon as I get off the line, off the show, JP, I'll take a knee. So support your local LCSs. Support your. Oh, nice. Very good. Very good. Support your local LCSs. Prayer requests, let me know. Pray you up. I'm going to pray for JP's family. And if you're praying as well, bend a knee for him and pray for his family. I'll let you in on a little secret, only between us girls. My dad's not doing well. He's probably going to pass here in the next couple months. He caught COVID 6 months ago, and the COVID has weakened his immune system enough that he's going to he probably won't make it. He's not going to make it through Christmas. He's not going to make it through. I say that it's all in God's hands. It's all in God's hands. But he's not doing well. He's coming home for hospice. So, and he's got blood transfusions because of his liver, and he's stopping that. So it's there's a lot going on with my dad. I will say that when that happens, when he does pass, I will not be doing a lot of shows during that time, and I hope you allow me to have that privacy. But I will let you know when it does happen. Anyway, I'm not going to sulk. Not going to sulk. It's all in God's hands. But pray for JP's family. Pray for JP's family, and I appreciate that. We have the great Rich Klein. The great Rich Klein got booster shot yesterday, so hanging out at home. I didn't know you could get the booster shot. I need to ask about that. Maybe next time I'll see you, I'll ask you about that, because I didn't know that the booster shot was out. So that's all I got. Y'all have a fantastic day. We'll talk to y'all on Wednesday. Thanks, and have a fantastic day. Bye, y'all.